Hello, thank you for joining me, clicking on this video. What I wanted to talk about today is, meditation, the spiritual practice, and most specifically, the epic journey that is your day. One day in the life, I think a lot of people will agree, on any given day can be a series of highs and lows, moments of great strength and moments of intense weakness, sadness, difficulties. Times where we just feel like we're sapped of our energy, of our power. For me, it's right around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, maybe like when the morning's coffee I'm crashing from that, can be a pretty bleak period. But what I want to encourage you to do, and through your spiritual practice, through meditation, you can start to collect more and more of this, and that is a sense of well-being. Because throughout those highs and lows that any day can give you, and believe me, sometimes the good times are worse than the bad times, I've noticed, or they are harsher. Underlying all those highs and lows is your core, your sense of well-being, the quiet observer that sits inside of you and abides and says, yes, this is my life. And that's who we get in touch with when we meditate. That calm center that seems to emanate well-being. And it is there that you can find your highest self. And we generate more and more of that feeling, that awareness when we meditate by letting go of the mental clutter, the constant chatter of the mind. Because what comes up, what replaces the mental chatter is bliss. The Christians would call it the kingdom of heaven, or the Christ consciousness. Buddhists, they got a word for it, don't know what it is, but all spiritual seekers talk about this place, and basically this feeling of completeness that arises when you stop messing with stuff, when you just let everything alone and allow life, the world, to pass right through you in its natural course. It reminds me of a parable. It's so old I don't even know where it comes from, but I think it's a good metaphor for what I'm talking about here. And it's the story of two frogs. One frog lived in a very small pond, almost a puddle, a very limited world. He never left. And one day he's visited by a traveling frog. Good name for a jam band. A traveling frog from the ocean. And the ocean frog steps inside the pond and meets this little pond frog. And the pond frog says, so what's the ocean like? And the ocean frog looks around this tiny little pond and he's like, thinking, knowing this frog has seen nothing but this small puddle his entire life. And he says, I can't even tell you. I'd have to take you there. And that's where we start to go in meditation. We start to smell the salty air of the ocean, of the sea, of expansiveness, of unlimited possibilities. I'd like to just take 3 conscious breaths. Join me, if you will. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. just in doing that, I create a little bit of space, and that is a tool that I want you to return to in your journey through each day, your hero's journey through the day, because that can keep you towards the center. It can really build on your morning's meditation or your evening's meditation. And I'd like to lead you in a short meditation. Again, I'll start you on it, and then the video will end. And stay with it if you can. I know that however you're watching this, that there might be a video coming after it or something to distract you after it. See if you can put away the distractions and stay with it for a little bit, or come back to it later when you have a moment of peace. And I'll ask you just to a nice juicy exhale. Sit with your back straight, but comfortably, and close your eyes if you want to. And I want you to just imagine clearing your mind, just letting everything, all the worries of the day, just let them go, and focus instead on the sound of my voice as I encourage you to exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. I want you to feel the feeling of love. Not love directed at any one thing or one person, just the feeling of love. Bring it into your heart. And just feel the feeling of love. Stay with that as long as you can. Centered in your heart.